Welcome everyone. Evening labs. Hey game labs. Hey Bandy.
Well, it's Friday.
The only CAM.
It's around about 7 o'clock. It's got to be stream time, right? So, hello everybody and welcome back once again to the channel. Good to see you all. Hope everybody's well. Nice to see those that have joined so far. Hope you're all good. Bandy B, good to see you. Kathy, hello. Hope you're good.
Well, thank you, Bandy. How are you?
Yeah, great to see everybody as always. Let me know that you can hear me loud and clear enough. I don't know if I've changed anything or messed anything up, so I haven't done it for a couple of weeks, so do let me know if I'm loud enough and you can hear me okay over the game and everything, and that the game volume isn't too loud. Do let me know.
I am good but sore and tired. Sounds good. Sounds fine, matey.
Good, thank you. Great stuff. Just wanted to double check, make sure I was good for everybody. So yeah, like I say, it's Friday again. No Conan this week. Thought we'd do something a little bit different, bit of a chill out and something different of what I've been playing. As you know, I have looked at this game in the past on the channel, and it's a game I do play a lot of off stream, obviously. Quite a few things have changed since we last looked at it. A lot of things for the good, for definite, for one thing. And this time next Thursday we have a big update coming out for the game, which will be episode 2 of season 2 as they're calling it, which is another big update with lots more content and changes and fixes and what have you. And of course this is, for those who don't know, the first Desendant. Yeah, so I thought we'd do something a little bit different. We're going to do the, like I say, some Conan, but I noticed earlier today when I was kind of getting a few things ready for the single player, we're going to do our usual.
I'm good, thanks, CA, just a bit tired.
I noticed it seemed to have been a bit weird, and followers were disappearing that were stood in front of me 1 minute and then vanishing, but then when I checked the obviously the list, they were still on the list. Bear with me if I don't keep up with chat. My chat's been a bit weird the way it's coming up on the thing, repeating messages I've already seen, so do bear with me on that one. I don't know why it's doing that. It's weird, but there we go. Yeah, great to see everybody. Thank you for being here once again. Hopefully we'll make this entertaining and enjoyable for everybody. Like I said, what I thought we'd just do is we'll maybe do a couple of boss fights. We'll do some crazy 400% dungeons, as they're called, which is where you get a lot of enemies and a lot of loot, and they can be pretty quick depending on who you end up running with.
I trust you are well.
I like that. It's just Roberto, who very posh. Yeah, good to see you, Robert. Hope you're well. Right, what was I going to say? Yeah, so we'll do some of those. We'll do a couple of intercept boss fights as well. I'll show off a couple of the Descendants again that I've been using, that we've kind of got developed up a little bit now, and the one I'm on at the minute is the newest sort of electric skill based Descendant, shall we say, and yes, in a couple of patches time she is going to get a bit of a nerf, because apparently she is a little bit more overpowered than what she should have been. The devs have realised that she's a little bit too strong, so she's getting a bit of a nerf, which, yeah, I'm in the middle with. You know, it's a little bit gutting, excuse me, that they are doing that, but also you can see why they need to do it. But if you look at it on a sensible head, that, you know,
excellent,
they're not making her terrible, they're only nerfing her down to be sort of, if anybody knows what Ultimate Frainer and regular Frainers like, and Viessa and those sort of people, excuse me, they're only sort of dropping her to their level, so she's still going to hit really hard and still going to be really good. But the difficulty they've got is the whole power creep, isn't it? You've got Serena, the new Descendant, coming out in the update on Thursday.
Bless you.
So it's no good. You know, Inez being so powerful and then Serena coming out being even stronger still, because then it'll just be a power creep. Then your weaker Descendants that are weaker now will just be ridiculously weak, and it's like, what's the point, kind of thing. So yeah, they are going to be doing that, but it's for the best, let's say, as frustrating as it'll be, but there's only a few...
You thought of doing Elite Dangerous or something like that?
No, I haven't really. I've not really looked at Elite Dangerous a lot.
I'll be your wingman.
I've seen a few bits on it, but not really sort of gone into it, because again, similar to like what Angar would say, I've got a very sort of not particular genre when it comes to game type that I like, but certain level of games that I enjoy playing, obviously, but also I need to be able to manage with them, certainly for doing them on stream, for, you know, reading the menus, etc., or like the quests and things for what we need to be able to do. I need to be able to cope with it, with my eyesight being the way it is, and I don't want to just play something for the sake of playing it because it's what I think people want to watch. Because like I've been learning with it all, that it's all well and good me showing you guys a game, but it needs to be a game that I enjoy playing as well, because obviously if it's not a game I'm into or I'm not enjoying playing, that will come across to you guys and you'll pick up on that, and you'll see that the energy that I give with the game, you won't necessarily feel it the same because it's a game I'm just playing for the sake of playing. Where, like First Descendant, for example, is one of my favourite games, and hopefully with what we do that'll come across in the gameplay and whatever as well.
Agreed, Gamlibs.
If you haven't played it before, I do recommend trying it. It is free. It's on all platforms. Yes, there's a lot to it. It is quite a lot to get your head around. There are different menus. I'll show you some of those in a second. And there's new features being brought in all the time, things being changed. Yes, I haven't covered it as a video-based game, shall we say, for content, because obviously there is so much involved with it. Now I was already doing a lot with Conan as it is, and there are a lot of other creators out there that are obviously already doing so, and I need a game apart from Conan that I can play, that I can just enjoy playing and just relax with and not feel like I'm doing content on every game that I play.
I remember the very first edition of Elite coming out.
Ah, well, yeah. Might be worth having a look at. I'll have to look it up on YouTube a little bit, maybe have a look into it and see what it's all about, and you never know. We'll have to see with that one. Yeah. So as I say, this is Inez, that is the latest in the roster. So her skills are electric base, which we'll show off some of those now. And she's just using one of the weapons that certainly Freyna uses as well. We've got this one at the moment when we do the Purge, which is, again, another piece of content in the game that is pretty tough at the minute, but again, in a couple of updates time, they're actually lowering the first 29 levels, the difficulty of them, so it may be different. And then the beam rifle, and there's lots and lots to it, but pretty much a lot of the time she's using her skills. For external components, she's using the Slayer set, as it's called, which is 4 pieces of that, which give different bonuses depending on what you're looking for. These could still be better, obviously, for the values. Ideally, I'd like both the substats in gold on them all, but that's how we're going at the minute. Then you've got a reactor, which gives you your skill power boost depending on the weapon that you're using as well. Again, I could get better substats, I suppose, for it, but this is pretty much what we're using at the moment. We've got a whole bunch of different Descendants that I can use. We've got Ajax, who's a different one again. Got old Ultimate Bunny, of course, another electric Descendant. Got our Assassin, which I'll show off a little bit as well later. Glay, who is our gun-based, one of our gun-based descendants, shall we say. Never used to play her very much at first, but again, she's actually pretty decent now. And then of course there's Ultimate Freyna, who is another good one again. And then you've got Enzo, who's a bit of a more of a support character, still a work in progress again. Valby, lots of fun.
I played in 1984. I played all the way through pretty much every edition. Love Elite, although it's been a year or two. I backed there.
Ah, very cool. Oh, that's the main thing. If it's something
I haven't seen this game though.
If it's something you've always enjoyed and you've played it since the beginning, kind of thing, you're going to know a fair bit about it, which is good. But yeah, this has been out for, well, it's less than 12 months. At the moment, it's on all platforms, but from June, I believe, is it Xbox One and PS4, they will be stopping support for it. But if you're on the other version of Xbox, I presume it is, PS5 and obviously PC will be fine going forward. But yeah.
Hello lads and chat. How is everyone?
Bulwark, good to see you. Welcome on in. Yeah, not too bad, thank you. Doing good. Hope you're well. Right, so yeah, like I said, first couple of weeks since we've been back doing a stream. Don't want to stand about all night doing nothing, because as much as it's great to catch up and all of us to chat, it's not a chat stream, is it? You guys want to see some gameplay as well. So what we'll do is, we will... What shall we do first? Let me think. Yes, I know what we'll do. We'll head back up here.
Hi Bull. Kathy, Robert, Bandy, partying face. Same here Bandy. I reminisce about those lovely green vector graphics. Hey Bulwark.
Yeah, it's mad, isn't it, when you look back at your favourite games and things and just how far they've gone and just how much graphics have changed in them and performance and what have you. It's mad growing up how I think that as a youngster my very first console was a PlayStation 1 and we're already
on the stream, guys.
Already at PlayStation 5 now and almost PlayStation 6 in a few years, which is scary stuff really. Right, so what we're going to do in the new update...
Well played, Bully.
Sorry, let me... where's he gone? The little chappy here, our little Hagios sheepdog that you can see following me around. This is our little companion who will pick up all of our loot for us and decon stuff we don't want, etc. And also any modules that drop, he'll also pick those up as well. We have a new one coming out next week, which is a Labrador Retriever, which just looks so cute as well. Labrador is one of my favourite breeds of dogs, so I will definitely be using that one a lot. But one of the differences with that one, it's still going to dismantle stuff, which originally it wasn't going to do, but they've now changed it that it will do. But one of its other abilities will be to pick up ammo for you, so for gun descendants that need a lot of ammo, that's going to be very, very helpful. So you'll either be able to have this little chap equipped or the new one, once you've farmed them obviously. And one of the places, or the place that you farm your dog from, and also...
the German Shepherd is a better dog overall.
Yeah, fair enough, they are both beautiful dogs, definitely. The place that you farm the character or descendant, shall we say, that I'm on now, Inez, and also the dog from, is on what we call the Void Vessel, which is this machine here that we interact with. What we want to do is we want to do it on hard mode. So as you can see there, essentially when we complete this, there'll be a boss at the end. If we manage to defeat the boss, there'll be a chance of 4 of these boxes dropping. We can open one of them randomly and it'll either give us one of the pieces for Inez, we've already got it so it doesn't apply to us, or it'll give us one of the pieces for Doggo, and then essentially when the new dog comes out that will then replace it in hard mode, and the other one will move down to the regular easy mode, which there's no point us doing easy mode at this point. We'll go in on public, see if we can get anybody else as well, which will help us out. We could technically do it ourselves, we're more than capable I would have said, but just to kind of show off how it works, that you can end up with 3 other people on your team, and depending on excuse me, other people's descendants and what builds they've got, can depend on how quick or efficiently you get through this. With some builds you can absolutely blister through this and complete it in just a few minutes and just absolutely wipe the floor with everything. Other times it can take a little longer, but as we go along in here there will be a few various traps to dodge, but there will also be loot boxes that we can open.
Launching void vessel exploration operation.
Okay, it looks like we've got 3 other people. So we'll see now who we've got. I think one of them that was behind me, I think that was Freyna. Looks like with the water we've got a Valby in here as well, which is pretty cool. Yeah, so you've got poison going off, that's from Freyna, that's this Desendant stood behind me at the minute. And then you've got Valby, who's obviously putting all the water everywhere, which crazy to think that water can damage people, but it does, so you have to excuse me if I go quiet on a couple of occasions while I'm just concentrating, because it's not easy trying to concentrate and talk to a chat at the same time, as we've said before, so you'll have to bear with me on this one. And there's 2 ways you can go. You can either go the opposite way where we just came from, or you can end up going, as some of the people I play with, we've all nicknamed this the baggage claim, because it kind of reminds you of a baggage claim area in an airport. And we've got to make our way across that other side without falling off, and yes, you can easily fall off if you're not careful. We're going to use our grapple to get over there. People are picking up these markers that you can see going off at the top right, which is giving us more time at the end against the boss as well, which is these things, and if they are lit up you can access them, if they're not you can't.
Let's go.
And then we want to have a look at the various boxes, so we can collect some of these. Whoops. These will give us different resources depending on what they are. I'll start farming some of these up ready.
Hey, Angar.
Angar, good to see you. Good evening, sir. Hope you're well. Nice job on your latest Sipter episode. I was watching that earlier today before we started. Another good, interesting episode as always. Right, I suppose we better try and catch up with the team, aren't we? Who are all the way over there now. Can we do a bigger jump? Of course we can. Oh, we better watch out for those lasers. And then of course once your team gets a certain distance, the lasers get deactivated, which is good. Now some people will take the time and, you know, loot all the boxes as some people do, and others will just blitz through everything as we're doing right now. As you can see, we're pretty much cruising through all of this, and everything's dead in here nearly already. Crikey. We need to catch up a bit here. Let's see if we can help out a bit. Well, yeah, Serena, the new Descendant that comes out next week, the fact that she has a flying ability just looks absolutely wild. And you're going to be able to just pretty much spend excuse me, 90% of the time in the air, which is going to be crazy. But you're going to be able to use rocket launchers, shotguns, any of your different weapons with it. Oh, ouch. Yeah, we don't want to be doing that. Excuse her language. Can't do anything about that, unfortunately. But yes, do excuse her French, shall we say, that she was using then. So yeah, how's everybody's doing? How's everybody's week been? How you all doing? I know I've heard from a couple of you so far of how you've been doing, but how's everybody else doing that's just joined? How's your week been? Hope you've all been having a good week or a past couple of weeks. Hope you've not been too busy.
Don't you dare run away. Take this.
Been stressful but ending well.
That's good. Not good that it was stressful, obviously, but good that it's ending well. That's the main thing. And as we know, for a lot of people, the weekend is here. Although some people do say, "What's a weekend?" But you know, those of us that have a weekend, it's here and it's starting. So that's good. But yeah, glad it's becoming a bit less stressful for you now, and hopefully next week will be a better one.
Not too bad THX. Glad it's Friday though, smiling face with sunglasses.
Yeah, yeah. Should imagine it's a lot of work sometimes, Angar, obviously with trying to do the vids and the streams and what have you, and obviously the videos during the week, and
crossed fingers,
working at, you know, Monday to Friday and trying to make videos as well isn't easy, I should imagine. Yeah, we've just had a lot going on, obviously, real life, as I'm sure a lot of people do at times, and you gotta just keep going and doing what you can do, and as we would say, you know, real life must come first sometimes, you know. But we'll hopefully get back to some sort of a schedule in the not too distant future, hopefully. Ouch, didn't mean to clip that then, that didn't really help us, but there we go. Right, boss fight, let's see how this goes. Just chuck one of those in there.
Hopefully home tomorrow.
So we better try and shoot a little bit as well. Let's pop another one of those in again. Gonna watch that I don't use up all my mana, because otherwise we'll be in trouble if we do. Gonna watch he doesn't start that up, because if he does, that's gonna hurt. What'll essentially happen there is if he...
Robert, I wish you speedy recovery, mate.
If he'd popped a bubble around one of these generators, then you get a big beam circle that comes out and can hurt if it hits you, so we want to be careful with that one. Otherwise that can be rather painful for us. And then it's just a case of keep burning the boss down as much as you can. Watch out for his fire, because that will hurt as well, believe it or not. He's going to go back into the middle, we'll pop one of those. Where's he gone? There he is. Spam some of those. Well, yep, so we don't want to get hit by that. And as this boss goes into his different phases, he starts hitting harder and harder each time as he progresses, so he's hitting really hard now. Ouch. Wow, see that hurt. But there we go. Everybody worked well together and we got the job done. So now we can interact with our container. Let's just pick that one. And for us that's perfect, that we only got gold, that's absolutely perfect. Because we didn't want any more Inez parts, and we didn't need any more bits for Doggo or anything else, so that's ideal that we got gold there. So we'll take ourselves back to Albion, as it's called, which is like the home hub, if you will. And that's that done. Pretty fun to do the first few times, and yeah, like I say, next week when the update comes out, there'll be a lot of people farming that again next week to get the new dog. Lots of different characters here, or descendants, shall we call them, rather than characters, because technically they are descendants. Yeah, they are characters, but...
Anyone played Albion online?
No, but I've heard of it. Funny, isn't it, how you've got this called First Descendant, and its base is Albion, and then you've got a game called Albion Online. Yeah. Excuse me. Right, so that is the Void Vessel, as that's called.
I mean, it's a name used a lot.
Yeah, true. It is, isn't it? You could almost even make a joke out of that, couldn't you? You know, to one of your
I found
friends.
it got very boring very quickly.
You could say, "Don't worry, I'll be on soon." Sorry, had to get that one in before anybody else does, but you know. Yeah, there still is a little bit of a grind to certain things with it now, but compared to